So I originally started when I was around like the age of 3. My mom kind of got me into dance just because I always get told this story when I go to my pediatrician, like when I was younger. He said I would dance around like the doctor's office, and so like I've always just loved to dance, and my mom saw that. So and kind of why I like kept going with this, I just kind of fell in love with like performing and like all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of why.
I dance with the Crimsonettes club dance team, and we do like pro dance styles, we do jazz, hip hop, pom, kind of like a mix of everything, but really it's kind of like entertainment focused, but we're also doing jazz for our nationals routine.
Dancers at IU have a busy schedule, so it can be hard to balance work, dance, and life out of the classroom.
I have classes like in the mornings, and then I go from 11:30 to like sometimes 5:45 Monday through Friday, which is really crazy and a lot trying to handle that with school and stuff. But also during show weeks, I'm in a tech week right now, and sometimes our rehearsal days can go much longer. Like sometimes I'll have like tech rehearsals that start at like 7 and then end at 10. So that's what I'm doing tonight, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so I would just say like kind of like the days are super long.
You have to make sacrifices with like your social life and other things. Like dance is definitely a priority, so going to practices instead of maybe going to a social event sometimes has to come first in that kind of aspect.
I'm definitely more organized in a way. I feel like I have really good time management skills just because I have to work around like a lot of chunks of my day like being not like taken away from me, but just like being filled with dance. I also feel like I've learned to kind of have thicker skin. I feel like a lot of critiques like you get in ballet can be sometimes very harsh from certain directors and stuff like that. Not here specifically, but just kind of like in my past. So I've definitely grown like a thicker skin because of that.
It definitely takes a lot of planning, especially being a captain. I have a lot of extra responsibilities with like planning practices and organizing other things. So it's important to have a good schedule and stay organized. It's also hard to not get burnt out doing dance and like college academics and that kind of thing, because there's a lot to balance and it can be really like mentally challenging.
Like don't try not to compare yourself to like other people that are in the studio just because like your journey is much different than other people's journeys.